My bangs are finally growing, but I also I don't know. I feel like I should dye them so that it matches the rest of my hair, but Good morning, which is also kind of a lie. I've been awake for a couple hours now. I don't eat breakfast when I first wake up. I know I've mentioned this before. I'm usually just not hungry when I first wake up, and so I actually have been working for a little bit, but now I got hungry, and so my first meal of the day, obviously breakfast. I didn't feel like drinking coffee this morning, so instead I had tea. Please excuse how horrible my nails look. I had some green tea. Yeah, I had some green tea in the morning, and then I'm about to cut up a pear. Usually I'll have eggs and fruit, but I ran out of eggs yesterday. I also normally will eat apple and peanut butter, but I also ran out of apples yesterday. But I still have a pear left, so I'm gonna eat this pear as my breakfast. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is. This is I don't know what to call this. Some people say like it's a Korean pear, some people say Japanese pear. I just say the Asian pear, or the pear you find at an Asian supermarket. So I'll be eating one of these for breakfast and drinking my coffee, and then heading out to my first meeting of the day. Lunchtime, which means I get to eat lunch. Well, obviously that's what lunchtime means. So normally for lunch, if I were at the office, me and my coworkers would just go out together and grab a bite, eat whatever's like around, because it's just so much faster than bringing our own food. And honestly, it's pretty cheap just to buy food. But since I'm home, I only have an hour, so it's not really enough time to cook and eat. So I usually just have leftovers for lunch, and so last night I made a beef and cabbage stir fry, and I will be eating that for lunch. So I didn't get to show this part, but I thought I was recording and I wasn't recording. But so basically, yeah, this is this is my dinner yesterday that I made, and I'll show you how I made it. So obviously for beef and cabbage stir fry, it's pretty simple. All you really need is beef. I just like to get like the pre-sliced, like super thin hot pot meat, because it stir fries really fast. And obviously just cabbage. I get half a head of cabbage because one big cabbage is too big. And we're ready to go. So I just got back from paying my rent, and I went to the drugstore, and then I went to the grocery store because I had no food at home. But I'm super excited because while I was at the drugstore, I found these. I've never tried the Ordinary products before, but I've heard such good things about them. I'll link the two that I got below, but I basically got to try these two products. I've been breaking out a lot lately, so this is supposed to help with breaking out. And then it was basically buy one get one free, but they didn't have two of this, so I got this on the side. But super excited to try both of these. Yeah, I will let you guys know how this goes. Basically, went grocery shopping, got a whole bunch of things that I needed for tonight and the week, basically. So I didn't buy too much stuff, just got a couple things of meat, some fruit, some vegetables, and this should pretty much be enough for the next week or so. So for today's dinner, I'm going to be making sambeji, or like basil chicken, or like 3-cup chicken, however your Chinese restaurant usually translates it. But the sad thing is I don't have any basil and I couldn't find any at the store, so I'm still gonna make it because usually basil is just the last thing you put on, and it does give it this extra flavor, but I think it still tastes good even without the basil, so we're gonna give it a go. So first things first, you're gonna want to actually make sure you have rice, and I don't have any rice, so I am going to be cooking some right now. Yeah, what else are you gonna eat this chicken with? You can't just eat it by itself. It's a little sad and boring and plain. So I measure out about 2 cups of rice. Because I like to make extra rice and then keep it in the fridge. It'll last a couple days, so it'll last me maybe 3 extra meals beyond this one I'm gonna have. So I like to just cook it, so I'm not every day. I'm not like waiting to cook my rice because it takes a while. Like the true Asian I am, I will be cooking my rice in a rice cooker because I don't know how to cook rice on the stovetop. I tried it once in college and I failed miserably. I ended up burning my rice to the bottom of the pan, and I told myself I will never do that again, so rice cooker it is. So to make sambeji is actually super easy. So all you need is chicken, obviously, but you can use protein of your choice. You can use tofu, you can use like squid, like fish, things like that, whatever you're in the mood for. Garlic, because you want whole cloves, so I have fresh garlic. Usually it takes about 4 or 5 cloves. I honestly just grabbed a handful from this bag of garlic cloves that I have. And then you're gonna need some ginger, just any sort of ginger. You don't need this much. I will cut it up and then actually show it. I'll have the recipe listed below so that if you want to make this, you can see the recipe and follow along. Like I said, they didn't have any basil at the store, and I still wanted a vegetable in my dish for the evening, so I got bell peppers. Obviously they're a very different flavor than basil, but I like the taste of bell peppers, so we're gonna add it in, have it be colorful in my dish. You're gonna need sesame oil. Usually you would want to use dark sesame oil, but I have white sesame oil at home and I didn't really feel like buying more because I don't cook with sesame oil too often anyways, so it makes no difference to me. You need some soy sauce, and lastly you're gonna need some shaoxing, which I don't know what this is called in English, but this is what it looks like. Like I said, everything will be listed below. This just adds a lot more flavor and depth to the dish. And so I am going to prep all my vegetables and then we'll get cooking. highly recommend this dish. It's a super quick and easy weeknight dinner. Obviously, I wish I had basil, but the bell peppers are just as good. Personally, I enjoy bell peppers, so that's why I don't mind the substitution. But definitely missing a flavor without the basil, kind of sad, but still works out, still really good. So yeah, I'm going to finish up the rest of my dinner, probably put on Netflix and watch. Right now I'm watching Good Girls because I've never seen it before, and I'm on season 2 and I think it's actually really funny. Beth is super annoying, but that's just me. I have a lot of feelings. If you want to talk about it, comment below. We can talk about Good Girls. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.